1,200 pounds versus 800 pounds of raw power.
The Ice King versus the Forest King in a legendary battle.
This is Alaska, and today, only one bear will rule. Welcome to the wild landscapes of the USA. Welcome to Alaska.
Minus 30 degrees, with endless ice and snow for miles around.
This is where the biggest giant bears in North America live. And now, their vast and cold territories are finally colliding.
Meet the Polar_bear. 1,200 pounds, the largest predator.
Built perfectly for the freezing USA Arctic, with white fur armor.
Armed with massive paws, he swims 60 miles without stopping.
Polar_bear owns the frozen ice, but now the ice is melting. And a hungry giant must seek food elsewhere.
Now meet the grizzly bear, 800 pounds of pure strength.
He is the undisputed king of the vast American forest. With brown armor and a massive shoulder hump. It digs deep, it hunts aggressively, it masters this land.
And this mighty king of the jungle will not easily back down.
First contact on the isolated shoreline of Alaska. This is the exact place where frozen ice meets land. The polar bear is patrolling along the coast, looking for food. The grizzly bear is digging up roots nearby, searching for food. They suddenly saw each other from about 100 yards. Both giants freeze instantly, locking eyes in the cold wind. Both rise tall to 9 feet on their hind legs. This is a clear warning message. This is my land. Tension mounts as the cold wind blows between them.
The Polar_bear charges forward in a sudden, terrifying warning charge.
The frozen ground shakes as loose white snow flies everywhere. Grizzly_bear stands firm and roars loudly.
A deep roar echoes across the majestic mountains of the United States. The Polar_bear stops suddenly, just 10 feet away from him. They stand nose to nose, breath visible in the freezing air.
The final question remains: who will yield first in this confrontation? Round 1 begins with a sudden, powerful physical shove. The polar bear swings a massive paw like a heavy sledgehammer. Boom! The grizzly bear staggers backward, but does not fall down. The grizzly bear answers back immediately, with sharp claws extended. He slams forcefully into the polar underscore bear's massive white shoulder.
They push and shove with 2,000 pounds of muscle.
The epic struggle intensifies as they grapple in the snow. After 30 tense seconds, the two giant bears finally slowly separate.
Round 1 ends in a tense, hard-fought draw between them.
This isn't how wild bears in America usually fight. They test each other cautiously, measuring their immense physical strength. The polar bear has sheer size, but the competitor has experience. The grizzly bear knows this land, but its opponent does not.
Both prepare for the next encounter under the gray sky.
The battle for food begins when resources become extremely scarce.
A dead seal washes up onto the cold USA shoreline. In the harsh climate of Alaska, food is vital.
Polar bear comes to the carcass first, claiming ownership. Grizzly underscore bear, running fast from the nearby jungle. The polar underscore bear stands defensively over the prey, claiming it. The grizzly underscore bear circles slowly, searching for a weak opening. The grizzly bear charges, and the white giant meets him head-on. They crash together violently, rolling onto the cold snow. Swiping their paws and biting at the air, roaring loudly. There is no blood, only a display of pure dominance. The grizzly underscore bear uses his powerful shoulder hump for maximum leverage. He successfully pushes the heavy white bear back 3 feet. The polar underscore bear loses footing and slips slightly on the ice.
Round 2 belongs to the fierce and determined king of the jungle.
Now, both giant bears are exhausted and breathing very heavily. In the untamed American wilderness, battles like this can last for days. But winter is fast approaching, and energy is everything here. The polar bear retreats to the ice, while the rival retreats. The final confrontation begins under the cold, dark night sky. A beautiful green aurora borealis shines brightly above Alaska. The contested food is gone, but their immense pride remains.
The polar bear returns once again to the cold shoreline.
Grizzly underscore bear is waiting there, ready for action. This is the final test of dominance in the wilderness. They charge directly at each other at the exact same time. A massive crash that can be easily heard for miles.
The polar_bear uses his heavy weight to pin his opponent.
The grizzly bear uses his long claws to secure his position. They spin and wrestle as loose snow flies all around. Roar. Growl, roar. Snarl.
Neither of the giants will give up. This is the American wilderness.
Finally, the brown bear breaks away from the intense grapple. He runs toward the tree line while the white bear watches. Why? Because the frozen Arctic ice is calling him back.
Polar bear turns and slowly walks back into the sea. There are no clear winners, only mutual respect, earned through effort.
This is Alaska. This is the magnificent, untamed USA.
Two giant predators, two kings ruling over one great land.
As the modern world changes, their ancient domains collide daily. It is sheer power versus experience, ice versus forest. Fact: polar bears can smell food from 20 miles away.
The truth: grizzly bears can run at speeds up to 40 kilometers per hour.